Welcome to the Hunt for Greatness podcast, people. This podcast is brought to you by Walmack Electrical Contractors. They'll do you right. Hit up the owner and operator, Wesley Walmack, at 910-231-7679. Boy, let's get it popping.
That's about as American as it gets, bro. It's American. Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible. These little
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
All right. Que pasa, amigos? We out here. I'm trying to figure out the issue with this white noise on my audio, and I think I fixed it. I don't hear it in my headphones, but what's up, YouTube? What's going on? Hunt for Greatness podcast, episode 94. We're going solo dolo. I'm just about to shoot the shit with y'all for 28 minutes or something like that. Yeah, so I got this issue with my child. He don't respect me, bro, like he respects Santa Claus. And I don't, and I understand because he thinks that all the presents are coming from Santa. I got news for you, buddy. I got him. So when he's all like, got his hands all folded up, like acting all damn perfect in front of Santa Claus, it's like, that should be me, bro. You should be putting that respect on my name, homie. You respecting I know he thinks he's real and everything, but like, you respecting a fictional character, homeboy. Like, I need some respect, bro. Like, stop screaming in my face. I am Santa Claus and the great I am, bro. So like, that's becoming a real problem. I think this year we're gonna have a Christmas is fake party at my house. Just me and him. Not a Christmas is fake party, a Santa is fake party. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a Santa Claus is fake party at my house. You know, who came up with Santa Claus, bro? Where did that come from? Is it like a satanic holiday to like make people think it's not Jesus' birthday? What is it? I mean, I think Jesus was definitely a real person, but like, come on, man, like, some of those stories in the Bible are kind of crazy, don't y'all think? Jesus might be just like, after we figure out Santa Claus was fake, like Jesus might just be like a Santa Claus for adults. Like, if you don't do good, you going to hell. You going to hell if you sin. It's the same thing. Parenting is like bribery, blackmail, and extortion. You hear from a lot of people, a good parent is loving and compassionate. Well, yeah, but also sometimes parenting calls for black magic, and that black magic consists of blackmail, extortion, and yeah, definitely those two things for sure. I forgot the third one right there. I was trying to play it off, but y'all ain't stupid. But I'm fucking dumb. Real dumb. I'm out here trying to get smarter, bro. I can't even name 5 continents in Africa, bro. I am dumb. And I got a globe right here in front of me. It's crazy how much, like, I did not listen in school. Like, I really squandered my education. So I'm out here, like, trying to read books and shit. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get smarter and learn things so I can keep up in a conversation with another human being. I feel like the podcast has really helped me in that area because everybody who comes on here is actually smarter than I am, except for Bradley Barker. He's not. He's not smarter than me. Oh, and Timothy Walters, way dumber than I am. But everybody else, they're pretty smart. I mean, I got a guy, hopefully, he says he's coming tomorrow, that's a charter fisherman and a duck hunting charter captain out here in Wilmington. We're going to ask him a bunch of questions about cooking ducks and duck hunting. They duck hunt and layout blinds out in the ocean, which I think is fucking insane. Something I probably wouldn't do it unless I went with him. It's not something I would volunteer for. Like scuba diving, bro. Like, think about that shit. That ain't what he does. But think about scuba diving, dude. Like, you're diving into a whole nother world, right? You're jumping into a whole nother world full of creatures who move way faster and better than you do in that element. Like, you're moving in slow motion, bro. That's like if we had to hunt our food, dude, and somebody dropped a Five Guys cheeseburger and it was fucking super fresh, like the steam still coming off of it, and like we didn't even have to pay for it. Like, we could just walk up to the counter and they'd put it right in our hand. That's what you're like in the ocean to predators. You're like a Five Guys cheeseburger just floating out there, and if they want to take a bite out of you, ain't much you're gonna be able to do. Even if you got a spear gun, dude, like one shot, I'm pretty sure them things hold one shot. Like, what you gonna do, bro? You gonna shoot one and what? There's another one coming this way. Have you never seen Deep Blue Sea or Jaws? Bro, watch a movie. If you're gonna go out there scuba diving, like, watch a movie first. Know what you're getting yourself into. Cause like that shit's dangerous, dude. Like, I've heard these stories about these guys who drop, like, here's how they attract fish, and this is what I've heard, I don't know. But they'll drop a blank CD, or probably like a T-Pain CD, because, you know, nobody likes T-Pain, or like a Nickelback CD, which would be a sin because they're the greatest band ever. But I heard, here's what they do, is they drop a T-Pain CD down in the water, and it flips around, and the sunlight dances off it just nice. And it causes a fish to come up in there, because fish flash in the water like little fish. When the big fish eat little fish, FYI, I ain't that dumb. I know that. You feel me? Learned y'all something today. But, you know, big fish eat little fish. And when little fish swim around, they flash. They make these flashes, and that's what attracts the big fish to come in there and eat. So when that T-Pain CD, or, you know, somebody might choose to drop like a Chris Haynes. Wasn't that Garth Brooks' alter ego? That trash-ass CD he came out with? Hey, I love Garth Brooks, but he changed his name to Chris Haynes or some shit and did a whole CD with an alter ego. Somebody will drop a Chris Haynes CD down in there, and that thing flips around a little bit, and then the big fish start coming in, them barracudas and shit. Now, you can't wear no flashy jewelry, because them cudas will come in and just rip your your hands off at the wrist joint. If you got like a rollie on down there, like Meek Mill could never go spearfishing because he's got like rollies on both hands, rollies on both arms. Like Gucci Mane never could go spearfishing, ever. Because the barracudas would just come in and rip his fucking face off. Like, yeah, like, I made it out of prison, boy. I'm finna go spearfishing. I done been in prison for 6 years, and I made it out alive. I think I'll go spearfishing, which is something that I wouldn't put past Gucci Mane. I follow him on Instagram. Like, he definitely does some cool, crazy shit. So he's like, I'm about to go spearfishing, boy. And he jumps in, and he smiles, and they see his grill, and they rip his fucking face off. That's the end of Gucci Mane. That's how Gucci Mane dies. Take a swig of water on that one. So, I don't know if that's actually Gucci Mane anymore. Because if you look at like old pictures of Gucci Mane, it doesn't look like the same guy. Like, I saw a comparison between the two, and they're like, this ain't the same Gucci. And I don't know, dude. Like, the dude's ripped. He's got a six-pack. His face don't even really look the same. He's got that stupid fucking ice cream tattoo still, but his face, like, actually doesn't look the same. It's like he had plastic surgery or something. Dude's got, like, white-ass teeth. Probably because he guarded his teeth his whole life with a grill, so, like, they never actually touched the elements. They were, like, preserved, like, mummified inside his grill, and it just kept his fucking teeth white. And he's like super black, so it's like makes his teeth look real white. I'm jealous of that. I wish my teeth looked whiter. They're yellow. They look like you could scrape butter off of them and butter old biscuit up. But yeah, Gucci Mane and spearfishing don't really mix, I don't think. But I would love to see a video of Gucci Mane spearfishing. But let me see what else I was gonna talk to y'all about. Somebody's calling my phone, interrupting me and shit. Selfish motherfuckers. Let's see here. What do we got? I mean, look, I got a bunch of notes here. And I don't know what I want to talk about with you guys. Let's see here. You know, life's short, man. Like, you can't even go to like a Walmart and shop for some slip-on, like some slides, like some, you know, them easy shoes you put on easy and they slide right on your feet. You can't even do that without worrying about somebody like coming in and trying to be your friend and shit. Like a Walmart employee named Sally. Or no, let's go with, because see, women don't really do really super bad shit most of the time. Let's go with like a Walmart employee named Eric, and like Eric knows you're always hanging out in the shoes section, like trying to get some like sick Walmart slides for $12 or $6 or whatever, and like Eric is always being super nice to you, so you're like, dude, it's fucking Eric, and like he's gonna help me find some sick ass slides. And Eric's like one of the coolest people you ever met, right? Well, one day Eric says, "Hey man, let's go have a beer at this bar." And you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude, I'll go have a beer at a bar with you, Eric." So you and Eric go trot on down to the local pub, and you guys have a beer. And Eric's all like, "Hey man, let's go smoke a joint by the river. You know, down at the end of the river where there's no, you know, you can't smoke a joint in the open in North Carolina, so you got to go on down the river a little bit." So Eric's all like, "Hey, man, we've had a beer. Let's go smoke a joint, man." Eric's like a 250 pounds of pure burl. Could definitely overpower you if he wanted to, but he's cool, man. Why would you worry about that? So you and Eric walk down the river, and Eric's all like lighting the joint, takes a couple hits, passes it, and you're like, "Man, this is a nice guy. Bought my beer, supplied a joint. Every time I go in Walmart, he's trying to help me with some slides." And then something starts twinkling in Eric's eye. And Eric looks at you, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm going to rape you." And you're like, "Nah, dog, not going to." And then before you can get that last little pin out happen, before you can say, "Not going to happen," Eric's got you in a full fucking Nelson, sliding it in there, dude. And you done lost your beehole virginity, just like that. Just because you trusted some dude at Walmart helping you buy slides, dude. And then Eric's like, "Hey, man, I can't have nobody finding out I'm gay, so I'm about to fucking slit your throat and throw you in the river." And then you got to get away from, not only did you just get your beehole virginity took, you got to escape from a murderer, all because you wanted to make a new friend at the Walmart. And you trusted Eric, and Eric betrayed your trust, and he took from you something you can never get back. Even if you escape from that alive, like, you're scarred for life. Eric scarred you for life. And even if Eric goes to prison for life, you're always going to know Eric took from you something precious that you can never get back. So the moral of that story is, don't trust anyone. And I don't care, dude, I don't care if you got a Costco membership and you don't even go to Walmart because you're better than that. Dude, people at Costco rape people too, man. They're the worst ones because, like, you don't ever know. I mean, you're not expecting a Costco employee to have any kind of ulterior motives whenever they try to sell you a Traeger grill over there in the cooking section or whatever. You're not expecting a Costco guy giving you out free samples of like little tiny cheesecake cubes. I love cheesecake. Little tiny cheesecake cubes. You're not expecting that guy to like want to get you out in a cornfield and have his way with you. Like you're not I'm just saying like be aware, man. Like don't trust everybody, dude. How come I sound so stupid? If I had an English accent, I would sound extremely smart. But because I talk like a dumbass redneck, everything. Look, dude, I could have come up with a theory of relativity, and 99% of the people out there will be like, he's fucking stupid. Did you hear how he talks? E equals MC squared. He's fucking stupid. But if I would have said E equals MC squared, E equals MC squared. If I'd have said it like that, the first person that heard it would be like, that man's a genius. Someone sign him to a contract. Someone hire this man. You know, Einstein used to, hey, look, man, smart people take naps, bro. Let me just put that out there. If you smart, you take a nap every once, like a good, solid nap every once in a while, right? Einstein used to take a nap with an apple in his hand, and he would fall asleep on his desk with the apple in his hand, and when the apple would fall, when he would really start to get a deep sleep, the apple would fall out of his hand, it would wake him up, and he would come up with like a killer idea. Like crazy awesome shit has been invented by some dude who slept with an apple in his hand, bro. I want y'all to think about that. That's absolutely insane. I bet y'all didn't know that shit. I done told you drop a T-Pain CD in the ocean and you'll bring some fish in. And that Einstein used to fall asleep with an apple in his hand and get great ideas. But I just don't get, like, why do we look at people from the South like they're idiots? I mean, why, how come every time an English person says something, y'all take their word for it? Oh, the sky is blue. Yeah. Yeah, the sky's blue, asshole. It sure is. Like, they could tell you anything, and you would take their word for it. I mean, and then, like, okay, anybody who says anything, like, after their sentence is over, if they go, hey, look, if your mouth's open, I'm not going to take anything you say seriously. If you walk around with a slack jaw, bro, I'm not taking anything you say serious, dude. I mean, you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. This podcast I'm a fucking idiot, y'all. I'm so stupid. That's why I'm so glad I have this podcast and I do a few by myself, because it's just like, you know, it makes me embrace how fucking stupid I am. And it's just like, it's a beautiful thing to be able to just admit how dumb you are. And, alright, so I want to talk about this. Do you ever notice how in Game of Thrones, like when they walk into a room, there's just a guy like sitting there twiddling his thumbs and shit? But like now people are always doing shit like to distract them from reality. I think that's why so much stuff got invented, because it was like people didn't have shit to do, man. Like they were just all sitting in a room twiddling their fucking thumbs, falling asleep with apples in their hands and shit. Like they didn't have the radio and TV and like fucking Breaking Bad season 7 to distract them, you know, and like they were all fucking their sisters and shit. That's crazy, dude. Like all these inbred people came up with like everything we have, dude. Like people were dying of the common cold back then, dude. All right, so people were dying of the common cold, right? But But they were also like killing grizzly bears with their bare hands and some Bowie knives and shit. it's like, dude, like, I'm scared to be around a sumbitch that's got the sniffles, but I'll go jump off a tree onto a grizzly bear's back and slit his throat and drink his blood. How crazy is that shit? And then we figured out what germs were, and we started living longer and shit. How crazy is that, dude? Like, they were stunting back then if they had like an all-white horse, dude, and they had on some icy-ass chainmail. Like Gucci Mane's great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy. We're going to bring Gucci Mane back into it. He had the sickest chainmail money can buy, bitch. And he was stunting up on his white horse, bro. All white horse, them jesters. Them jesters were in the courtyard, and they were just like, God damn, look at that ride. Look at that ride. He got that all white horse. Look at the mane on that thing, bro. That's that 476 AD model, bro. I still got that 12 BC model. You got that 476 AD model. That's like the 2020 now. 476 AD. That horse got some thick ass hooves on it, bro. That thing comes gallivanting in. Everybody's turning their heads like, whoosh. You know how you used to park your car on the front row and you got it washed up and shit? Like, these some bitches would come in with the horse mane just flying in the wind with some glistening ass chain mail and just flip up the nightstand, the little face shield, and they would just look, and like 25 fucking bitches would be trying to jump on the back of that horse, and they'd have to knock them off of there with one of them jousting sticks, and they would just pick the one they want. It's like a Justin Bieber concert every time a dude rolls up on an all-white horse with some glistening ass chainmail. That's like, dude, regular ass dudes that were stunting back then, like, rode like Justin Bieber. Like, they would have women all over them, dude. I mean, think about back then, dude, like how crazy it was, dude. Like, shit won't nothing. And that was probably like a few hundred years ago, dude. Like, that ain't shit. That ain't shit, dude. And I want to talk about one more thing, and we're going to call it quits. Because I ain't got but about 28 minutes in me, y'all. That's all I got, dude. Look, if every picture you have on Instagram is of you and, like, animals, like, you probably ain't that cool to hang around. Because, like, you don't have any human friends. Like, yeah, these animals can't tell you, hey, like, dude, you're fucking lame. Like, how many animals are going to be like, hey, dude, you whack? None of them, because they can't speak English. That's how many. 0. So, like, if every picture of you on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you're on, Tinder or whatever, is you and animals, hey, guys, that's the Eric from Walmart. That's him. Because he killed and raped all of his friends. He has no human friends. All animals, which he probably kills and most likely rapes and skins them. So be careful out here, dude. If you're like making friends on social media and you don't know these people, be careful, dude. Buffalo Bill was a real person, dude, and he skunt people. Skunt them. Skunt is the past tense of skinned. Skunt is like when you skin somebody real fast and it was like a couple weeks ago. You skunt them. So don't be getting skunt out here, people. And like usually it's the people who have only animals on their Instagram that also have a sticker on the back of their car that says, my grandbaby is a Dachshund. Huh? My grandbaby's a Dachshund? That's a dog. That's not a human. That's a different species. Okay? Hey, newsflash. And no matter how fucked up you raise your dog up, he ain't going to go shoot up a school. It's not the same. When you call me up, if you have a sticker on the back of your car, and you call me up and you're like, hey, man, want to hang? I'm going to say, I'm busy. I'm real busy. Doing what, man? Stuff. I'm doing stuff. If you got only pictures of a dog on Instagram and you want to like be my friend and shit, I'm busy. I'm too fucking busy to get raped and murdered in a cornfield. Okay? You get that, Eric? You understand that, Eric? You got to be careful out here, dude. Like, they'll be even calling themselves like, I'm a German Shepherd mom. Oh, you are? How many times did you have to change his diaper? How many times did he shit all over you? Oh yeah, you gotta take him to daycare. Does he ever tell you he doesn't want dog food? He wants a fucking chicken ravioli instead? I doubt it. Get a fucking grip on life, loser. Yeah, I'm bashing these people. You damn right I'm bashing these people. Hey, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to tell people how fucking ridiculous they are. Because you're horrible. You're fucking horrible. Those are the type of people that are like out here regurgitating out live frogs and shit. And you're like, what in the fuck is going on? Like the dude, like Jeffrey who works at Costco, like only has pictures of him and his fucking Shih Tzu on Instagram, and he's like runs to the bathroom on his break so he can regurgitate out some live frogs because he's not human. He's a narcissistic, like Neanderthal who does not care about human beings and will rape you if you eat too many cheesecake. If you eat too many cheesecake samples, Jeffrey's gonna get you. So don't be greedy in Costco with the cheesecake samples, okay? Don't be getting crazy with the cheese whiz up in Costco, people. Huh? If you've listened this far, you've become smarter because I've hit you beautiful bitches with a couple of facts, and you've become much fucking dumber from listening to me. But hopefully, I've been entertaining. And I love you guys so much. Anybody who has subscribed, anybody who has told me even if you've listened to 1 minute of this shit, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I really do, dude. Like, this is something I wanted to do, and I fucking did it. And I'm going to continue to do it because I love to talk and I love to listen. These are the ones like I can really get out. I try to act like I got a touch of class when I have people on this podcast, but these are the ones where I can really let my sack out on you bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it hang out. I love that. I love dragging the sack across the ground sometimes, like letting your nuts hang. Like, people want to... Look, here we go. Hold up. Hold on, let's switch up. Let's switch it up. Hold on, let's switch this thing up. 28! Let's go, 28! Let's go! Let's switch it up a little bit because they want to hate on men out here today. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with being a manly man, okay? If you want to punch somebody in the face, sometimes you got to just do it. I mean, you're going to go to jail probably. But, I mean, if you feel the urge, punch them. I'm just kidding. Don't punch anybody. Unless you have to. But quit making people feel bad for being a fucking man. We got something in our blood that makes our heart pump straight, clear testosterone. Like 100% pure. That pure, boy. Quit shaming people for being fucking... I don't shame people for being gay. I don't shame people for being feminine. Sometimes I do, like dudes that are my friends. If they do feminine shit, I shame them for it. Fuck it. If you hang around us, you got to have thick skin. We're going to talk some shit. And that's just the way it goes. But stop shaming men for being fucking manly. That's bullshit. Society's got so fucking soft. I went to go post the last podcast on Facebook the other day, and it said... it was me and Tanner Dye, and it said 2 pieces of white trash acting like they got a touch of class. And the algorithm must have, I popped hot on the algorithm because it said, this is considered hate speech. This is considered hate speech. We're going to have to review this one at Facebook headquarters. Well, you know what? I got news for you. Fuck you, cuz. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. Okay? If you got a problem with it, move to Afghanistan, where you can't say anything, because this is America. We have free speech, and you can lick my balls if you don't like it. Ha! Okay? What you think about that? I'm going to go slackjaw on you. What you think about that? Anyways, glad I went off on that tangent at the end there. But thank you guys for listening. I love you guys, and your support is amazing. I know you guys probably can't believe people support me, but they fucking do, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to the Hunt for Greatness podcast. Let's go 28.